Shinrin-Yoku. The business networking I regularly invest in has been very enriching on a personal level. Over the last few weeks I've learned how to easily boost my serotonin levels, how to beat cancer in some cases, why I should always wear sunscreen, and the potential joys of Nordic Walking. And this week, thanks to Michael Birchmore, the health and well-being benefits of forest bathing. Fear not, I'm not taking my kit off and going skinny dipping in the woods, though I know some of you will thank me for putting that image in your mind. Forest bathing is a fair translation of the Japanese phrase Shinrin-Yoku. The concept is simplicity itself, to take a relaxed and gentle walk among the trees. Be present and use as many senses as possible to be in the moment. Formalised in the 1980s in Japan, Shinrin-Yoku is now so popular in preventative healthcare that there are 44 designated forests in Japan accredited for the practice. Research continues, and the quantifiable benefits recognised so far include a reduction in the release of cortisol, one of the key stress hormones, and a boosting of the immune system. Documented reductions include less stress, less anger, less anxiety, less depression, and less sleeplessness. 15 minutes is sufficient to get a boost in clarity of focus to add to the benefits of reducing blood pressure. Given that most of us could invest 15 minutes and find a park with a few trees, what can we do when we get there? Firstly, this is about freedom of focus. This means the phone needs to go off, and for me specifically, the camera needs to be put away. We want to be fully present without distraction. There is no other agenda other than to be. Secondly, be free from even positive expectations. Just be. Wander. Not all who wander are lost, though it would be great to get lost in the moment. Thirdly, practice selective attention. Notice the sunlight through the leaves. Follow the progress of a blackbird or a squirrel. In autumn, notice the architecture of the fungi. Be aware of how the path feels. Sense the breeze. Feel the rain. Fourthly, pause and perhaps sit. When I did this immediately after the presentation by Michael Birchmore, I chose a spot just yards from the road going through the New Forest. To my delight, I was watched by 3 elegant fallow deer before they decided to move on. Fifthly, enjoy the relative silence. If you're with friends, take a vow not to talk until after a set period of time. These steps for this podcast are adapted from an article found on growwilduk.com. It's a blog on 5 simple steps practicing Shinrin-Yoku forest bathing. I even hugged an oak tree, one that was the perfect size for me, and I liked it. Kindly share your own experiences of pressing pause and bathing in nature. Welcome to the New Forest. We had a great presentation today at the Boredom Network from Michael Birchmore, who encouraged us to get back outside amongst the trees, in the forest, in the woods, in nature. Just let it reduce our levels of stress. This is actually on the way back from the Boredom Network meeting in Chilworth Manor, Hampshire. I've come through the New Forest, deliberately going out of my way. I am a couple of 100 yards away from the road through the New Forest. We really are living in a place where this kind of beauty and this kind of therapy and this kind of life to the full is accessible. So I'm going to encourage you to take time out just to be amongst the trees. And breathe in some air that has been conditioned by the trees. And if you want to hug a tree, go hug a tree.